and welcome Councilman Cuneo for your first term. I know that you were here the previous meeting. First order of business is minutes. You should have June 8th. We'll handle that one first. Do we have, you should have a copy of that, both hard copy and electronic. Any additions or corrections to the June 8th minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the June 8th minutes as submitted.
I'll second it.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. And then likewise with July 13th, I know only a couple of you guys were here, the skeleton crew, last month. Do we have a motion to approve the July 13th minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the July 13th minutes.
I'll second the motion.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. All right. One more piece of housekeeping here. July 2021 check register. We have a motion to receive the check register from July.
So moved.
Motion second.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. All right. Mayor's report. Just a couple things here. We are moving, I guess, somewhat, at least operationally and business-wise, out of the way we operated during COVID. Therefore, our water bill and our water bill system is back to normal. You should have water bills. They were mailed and have been due. If you've not paid your water bill, please do that. If you need assistance, you want to communicate with us, please likewise do that. Water shutoffs for unpaid bills will begin on August 17th, so it's right around the corner. So clearly we don't want to get into that situation, but we do have to move forward with that. Town office here will be closed on Monday, September 6th for Labor Day. School starts on September 8th. Seems like the summer went by extremely quickly. So please be aware as you're out and about. There are buses out now for summer school, but that is going to compound once school starts, and we do want to make sure that we're keeping an eye out for kids walking and the bus stops. Manchester Valley Fire Department also will be serving seafood platters Friday, August 27th from 4 to 8, and Saturday, August 28th from 4 to 8 as well. And Rich and the Roadrunners will be performing musically Saturday, August 28th from 6 to 9. So if you're able to stop by and support the fire department, obviously they were not able to have their, to really plan, and I know we have had a fairly normal summer. It's maybe heading the other direction now, but they weren't able to plan as we have one of the earlier carnivals, so they did not have that. A couple other items here on my list. I'm gonna put Vince on the spot here. You may or may not know about this, but we received a citation from MML presented to Council Member Vince Pacelli for dedicated services, MML's 2020 to 2021 Hometown Emergency Preparedness Ad Hoc Committee Vice Chair. So thank you to Councilman Pacelli for his work with MML. So I'll present that to him here. I'll show this real quickly. I did read it, but thank you. And MML has been something that's very important. Hand it to you here past the plexiglass. We have two other items here. We have two former council members. I'm going to call Councilwoman Melinda Smith up first. Put her on the spot. And I'm going to unwrap this, and you can rewrap it for your ride home. So we have a plaque here for your time, 2013 to 2020-21, to commemorate your time and your service on the town council. So we certainly appreciate that. We hope that you're able to stick with us here after the meeting and have some refreshments. I'm going to move this meeting quickly so that we're able to get to the refreshments and the fun. So thank you, and thank you from all of us. Yeah, absolutely. And Councilman Dale Wilder, hope we got the dates right here. Councilman Wilder has been a friend of mine for almost as long as I've been an adult, I guess. He has two stints, and someday Councilman Richardson will get one like this with the break in action. But from 2001 to 2009 and 2013 to 2021, Councilman Wilder, thank you, and hopefully you get another one of these in the future for your continued service to the town.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, maybe from over here or so, Councilman Wilder has agreed to stay on. Years of experience, excuse me, with planning and zoning, we have an alternate member position open on the Planning and Zoning Commission, and Dale Wilder has agreed to fill that spot. That'll be an invaluable service to the town, as he has probably as much experience with planning and zoning issues here in town as anybody, in terms of years of service and the way that he approaches it. So that's going to be a real benefit to the town. So I'm so sorry, my allergies are killing me. So mine will swear you in right now. I state your name.
Dale Wilder.
Do affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland. I will support the Constitution and laws thereof. And I will, to the best of my skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of Planning and Zoning Commission alternate member according to the Constitution and laws of this state.
I do.
Thank you very much, and I'm going to hand this to you if you don't mind signing it. Today is August. And you can take that with you, and maybe
Thank you.
Kelly will witness that, and then we'll be able to move forward. All right, that is all I have on the mayor's report, so I'll move over to the town administrator report.
Okay, good evening, Mayor and Council and members of the community. You have in front of you the July 2021 Administrative Report. Under pending items, the opioid litigation. I was notified that the state of Maryland is to receive $500 million in a settlement with Purdue Pharmaceutical, who basically filed for bankruptcy, and they're currently reorganizing. We are a small fish in a big ocean when it comes to that, so trying to keep you up to date on that. The AT&T mobility lease agreement, that's ongoing. The 3215 Long Lane, of course, as the mayor said, that is on our agenda. The wastewater treatment plant discharge permit update. We did have a meeting on 7/23 with MDE. Council member Jen Miller attended that with us. And this is in regards to the potential changes to our draft discharge permit. On August 3rd, town staff met with our engineering firm to basically regroup and review what changes this may mean with our preliminary engineering study. The study should be completed by September, and the final discharge permit should be complete by fall. I know that our Director of Public Works probably has some more information in regards to that under his report, but one thing to bring the mayor and council up to speed, we passed on to our engineer that once this is complete, we want to give you folks a view of an idea of what came out of this preliminary engineering report, so you can use it as a toolbox for the future and to make decisions. The fee structure recommendations, we may want to have a special work session on that to go over those items one night. Ordinance 220-5, that was an agenda item. That was removed. Our town attorney and myself have to do some more research on that. That's in regards to section 220 under traffic and speed, I believe. The email notification list development, that's on hold at the current time, and I'll talk a little bit more about the reason why it's on hold once I get farther into my report. Under code enforcement and zoning, you have in front of you the monthly code enforcement update. The 3201 Main Street property, I emailed the mayor and council an update on this property. The 3395 Main Street, I have nothing at this time. We're trying to move forward on that. I know Mr. McCarron has been in contact with the owner's attorney, so we're just trying to get something set up on that. Staff did have a meeting with the owner of the former Martin property on 7/26/21. This property is located on Friday Mill Road, just west of Route 30 on the north side. Actually, the owner was gathering information in regards to possible annexation of this piece of property into the town limits. We did have a post-annexation meeting with the Lippy property reps on 7/27. A work group is being formed, which includes the developer, engineer, town staff, council, and planning and zoning reps. The names that you supplied me were passed on to the engineer, and he'll be sending out emails as those meetings progress. Under miscellaneous items, staff is in the process of looking into a new IT vendor. Our IT person that took care of us very well for probably a long time left us, and he's going into another venture. So the staff has been in the process. We've interviewed 3 IT vendors. They are to submit us quotes and proposals for our IT work. And that includes a lot of fingers out there. I mean, it's not only the computers here, it's our water billing system, our police department, our water and sewer, our maintenance department. So it's a big undertaking. So those proposals should be back over the next several weeks when staff will sit down and make a decision on which direction we want to go. That's kind of the reason why we haven't moved forward on the email list yet, because in association with that, we did have a meeting in regards to a cybersecurity assessment with a group who gave us a proposal. So we have a lot of fingers out there when it comes to IT. So we don't want to make a move yet on our, our email notification list until we get everything settled in on that. Our staff had a meeting with a representative from Charlotte's Quest Nature Center last week, and they have a local Eagle Scout that's going to construct a bird watching station down there, which is going to be excellent. If you don't get a chance, I know Councilperson Howe talks about the Nature Center. You got to go down and visit that. That is a gem down there, and they are doing an excellent job, maintaining all the trails and doing a good job down there. So pretty impressed with that. Also, on August the 5th, our staff met with the new president and vice president of the Manchester Baseball Association, and they thanked us. They thanked the town for the new lights. They thanked the town for everything they do. They're going to be doing some more work back there when the season begins next spring. But we were very impressed with that. The lines of communication, is flowing between the town and the Baseball Association. So that's all I have. Any questions for me?
Steve, I'd definitely like to move forward on that work session before the next meeting on the fees. So if we
That'll
can
work.
pull something together.
Maybe we can
Love it.
throw some dates out there. Maybe we can use our second meeting night, the fourth Wednesday. So we'll see how that works out. August is kind of tough for me coming up, but we'll see what we can do. That's pretty important on some of those items that we look at the fee structure that we currently have. So, okay, very good.
Yeah, Councilman Richardson, I agree, we should get together. Like Steve said, my August is a little complicated too, just on a personal nature. I have 3 kids to get to 3 different colleges in 3 different states, so don't let progress wait for me. If I'm gone that day, driving or flying someplace, let's move forward and get everybody on the same page, so. Any other questions for the town administrator? I think Councilman Cunha has a kid to get to college too, here, in the next week or so. So we may have some complicated, some of you others may have vacations and things going on. So. All right, so we'll move on here to Public Works Report. Rodney?
Good evening, Mayor and Town Council. Please see the monthly water and wastewater data report for July 2021. And I would like to point out that our water numbers are trending down. And looking at the numbers that are coming in lately, they're even farther down. So we have a handle on our water usage. For the Manchester Security Assessment through Homeland Security, the sewer portion of this is scheduled for the first week in October. We already received the water facilities report last month. The AT&T and T-Mobile antenna modifications at York Water Tower, nothing new to report on this. For water, the Park Avenue Water Tower Rehab Project, we're still holding it at 95% complete. The contractor is currently working through some final punch list items. Outside contractor, K&K Painting Incorporated. Wastewater, the wastewater treatment plant UV disinfection system upgrade phase 2. The on-site work is moving forward ahead of schedule, and we're expecting it to be completed within the next couple of weeks. Outside contractor, Swam Electric. The wastewater treatment plant ENR upgrade and optional expansion preliminary engineering report. As Steve mentioned, we had a draft permit meeting with MDE on July 23rd. Now we have a clear picture moving forward with our PER, and that is finally back on track moving forward. Expected report is late September. Town parks, mowing and general maintenance and mulching operations continue. Stormwater management inlet cleaning and street sweeping operations are ongoing. And finally, our street and town facility asphalt rehab projects for this fiscal year. I had a pre-bid meeting Tuesday, July 27th, and the bids are due August 20th of this year. Any questions on any of that before I move on to, I have one action item for tonight.
Right, because I wasn't here for it, the York Water Tower, are you just painting that, or what's the,
Oh,
Park
the-
Avenue, are you just painting that tower, or is that?
It was a rehab project inside and out, painting. If you've seen it, it turned out beautiful. Yeah. Just some final punch list items. It's a tank mixer for inside to keep the water quality good. It can stratus, the warm water tends to stay at the top. This mixes the water completely and also keeps it from freezing. A safety climbing device, it's a cable that we hook our harness to. That goes in soon. Insulation on the inside piping, stuff like that. So it is online. It was online as of July. It's in use right now.
Thank you.
Mhm. Good.
Yeah.
I have
I think we're
one
good.
action item, if there's no questions. So, action item, the 2003 dump truck replacement. We had one proposal received in accordance with the Maryland State contract. Johnson Truck Center has the state contract. Again, it's Johnson Truck Center LLC. The proposal is at $208,765. So backing up, the same exact truck was, during budget season, it was $184,000. So in a matter of 4 or 5 months, it's increased 13%, I'm told, due to COVID-19. We're expecting conservatively a $20,000 return on the truck when we sell it. So looking at these numbers, we're $24,765 over budget on this.
Rodney, are we planning to trade the old truck?
We are
Or
not.
to do a private sale, like a,
We plan on selling it outright, yeah. The trade-in price they gave us was not good,
I thought I remembered us doing a private closed bid type thing.
yeah.
And this is with everything that we need, the salt bin.
It is.
Everything,
It's-
the undercoating
it's
we
not-
talked
It's a
about.
standard work truck. It's not a lot of luxuries, but it has the good stuff like the stainless steel body, stainless steel spreader, stainless steel spinner, stainless steel hydraulic fittings, all the stuff that can fail, stuff like that. Undercoated.
Rodney, the price obviously going up and inflation kind of across the board, not just with cars or heavy equipment being an issue right now.
Yeah, this came up a couple months ago with the tennis court. You know, I'm afraid we're gonna see this moving forward with everything increasing.
So, yeah, we're taking a little bit of a gamble, you know, or would be otherwise too, if we'd said, well, hey, let's wait until November. You know, and maybe prices come down and things. The prices could also head the other direction. So it's really up to this group, I guess, whether or not you want to move forward now with kind of the way things are, or roll the dice, and this could be $228,000 3 or 4 months from now as more people start to need
Well,
them.
one good thing I do want to add, used truck prices are up also, so
Yeah.
we are conservative at 20,000. We could get 30,
So it's a double-edged sword, if you wait, then the trade will go down, so.
perhaps, yeah.
Rodney, will this be, when is this expected to be delivered? I know the trucks that we talked about last month, there was a delay.
It'll be before next winter. We'll have to get through this winter with what we have.
It won't be for winter 21, 20, into 22, it'll be 22 into 23.
Correct.
Okay.
Right,
And was the old truck, is that 2003? That's how far back it goes? That's,
yes.
okay. What's the maintenance on the truck every year?
The main,
The maintenance cost?
I can't really, I don't have a number on that right now. I can get some information to you. Oil changes, greasing, stuff like that. That's normal maintenance. Now, we're running into issues with the 2003 with components going bad, stuff like that, from salt usage, age.
So moving from like routine maintenance, brakes, oil changes, grease, to replacing wheel parts.
I guess to answer this question, the maintenance on the new one will be a lot less than what we're experiencing now. And a really good warranty, if I remember right, 5-year warranty on the drivetrain. I'm not sure of the mileage, but we'll hit the years before we hit the mileage.
So we're 24,000 over budget. Do we have any comfort level that we have that money in reserve to?
Kelly, you want to talk about that a little bit? I mean,
Sure.
we were talking about it today.
The money was coming out of a savings account, so, what we're gonna do is, sounds like we're gonna have to encumber it, because it's not gonna be ready by June 30th.
Yeah,
and
okay.
We'll have to do that, but, yes, we'll see what happens with the trade-in, and, go from there, so.
And as long as administration is comfortable with the purchase, then we have the money and in savings, I'm okay moving forward with it myself.
Is that a motion?
So I'll make a motion. We move forward with the 2023 Freightliner dump truck at the cost of $208,765 and authorize the sale of the previous vehicle.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? This may become a common theme as we start to experience inflation and lack of durable goods and these sort of things going forward. So we may get lucky on some, and others are going to be over budget and we'll have to find a way to prioritize. And
I think you're right, Mr. Mayor. I think as we go through these purchases, we're going to have to modify our current budget. We have to give up some things, so we have to start really prioritizing items, and I can see this going on. So,
yeah, this won't be the last time we deal with this over the next 12 months.
correct.
But this is the last of your big trucks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But same thing when we get into road paving and those sort of things in the spring.
It's coming up. We're going to get that in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion, any other thoughts on this one? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, Rodney, we're good to move forward on that one. Anything else for Director of Public Works related? Hearing none, we'll move on to police report. Chief Hess is not with us this evening. Unfortunately, he did provide a report, which you should have a copy of. I hit the highlights here. We had 160 calls in July. Citizen calls, dispatch calls, incidents, those sort of things. 12 were outside the town, either assisting, as I guess as primary or assisting Hampstead or Sheriff's Office. Good news, we had 0 Part 1 crimes, the 1 domestic assault investigation, 402 warning citations, repair orders, and such. 8 persons criminally charged from those. On the opioid front, we're sitting steady at 2 ODs for the year. No additional overdoses to report for July. So we're at 2, Hampstead 10, Sykesville 4, Tonytown 17, Mount Airy 7, Westminster 74, New Windsor also 2, Union Bridge 0. So we continue to do well there, but that is obviously a constant battle and something that takes a lot of effort. I don't know that I can provide a lot of additional context to what you received from Chief Hess. Are there any questions on the police report or comments? All right, we'll move on. Discussion, resolution number 2-2021 related to the sale of 3215 Long Lane. Mr. Miller, do you mind giving us an update on that so we can move forward there?
Sure. We're into the final stages. Of course, there was no information given tonight at the public hearing. The current person that's interested in purchasing that, we entered into a month-to-month lease with the prospective buyer. We've heard no concerns, and right now we're ready to move forward. Our attorney drew up a joint maintenance easement and agreement We may have to work on that a little bit more to massage that, but I think we're ready to move forward on the sale of that property. So,
Okay, so that was introduced last month?
correct. It was introduced last month, and then you had your public
Or June.
hearing this evening.
So it's a resolution, so we actually just have to do this tonight. Doesn't, it's not like the ordinance, but we
No.
did have to do a
That was my
20-day
next question.
advertisement. That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're ready to move forward on this tonight unless there's, any objections. Does anybody have, any comments? Or do we have a motion to approve resolution number 02-2021 for the sale of 3215 Long Lane in the amount of $131,500 according to the contract that's drawn up?
I'll make that motion to approve resolution 02200 or 2021.
And I'll second the motion.
Motion made, any other discussion on this one? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so we're good to go there.
Well done, Steve.
Yeah, good job. Just one more thing off our plate.
Yeah, that was tough. That was selling government property. I'm looking over at our town attorney and the realtors back. That was tough. That was tough, yeah, so.
But at the same time, there was no use for it, for us anymore.
Right,
So get it back
exactly.
into circulation and,
Correct,
hopefully have a good use for it.
correct.
Yeah. All right, questions, comments from the community? We have, 3 folks that signed in, one of which was former Councilwoman Linda Smith. Well, you're just letting us know you were here, like we wouldn't recognize that you were here. And I'm reading handwriting, so I apologize if I butcher any names. Mr. Weddle? Nothing to say? Mr. Straightman? Realtor? Very good. Okay, anybody else that's here that would like to say something for the record or comment?
What's your question? I guess it's the acoustics in the room.
Oh, we're just asking if there's anybody that did not sign in. So we have a sign-in sheet where you can kind of officially get on the list and say, I have something to discuss. But we typically will then also open it up and see if anybody did not sign in but would like to step up and make a comment or ask a question.
No, I didn't see the sign-in sheet. When you're ready for.
Oh, I didn't realize Vince put my microphone on. So, sorry, I turned it off so I could cough and not get on there. But yeah, so typically we, have a section, we have a sign-in sheet so you can sign in and get on the register here, but we open it up and say if there's anybody else that would like to step up and ask a question, make a comment. This is the portion of the meeting to do that. Do you mind, if you'd like to come up, you can come up to the microphone if you don't mind. So just like you couldn't hear me, they can't hear you at home and for the record if you're in your seat. Yeah.
I'm not sure if everybody knows me, but my name's Dave Dicerode. I live in Manchester, Maryland. I just wanted to talk. I didn't want to take up a lot of time, but I was hoping I could speak without being interrupted. 5 days ago, the Carroll County Sheriff's Department issued a press release regarding the arrest of a child sexual predator that occurred here in Manchester. I have a copy of the press release. I don't know if you've all seen it, but if you want to read it, I have it here for you. But and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this happened between the years of 2010 and 2012.
Mr. Dicer, I don't mean to cut you off, and I will let you speak. I just want to make sure, because I did read the news article, that is, as long as you can just say I don't want to identify anybody that was a victim. I don't even know who a victim was.
I'm not going to identify that.
Okay, that was my only concern, but I'll let you speak.
But I am going to say that just the information off of this press release, that he was 13 years old when the abuse occurred from 2010, 2012. And there was a list of charges here that the Sheriff's Department put out. And I went to case search this morning, and I mean, they have rape 2nd degree, sex offense 3rd degree, 4th degree, soliciting child pornography, sexual solicitation of a minor, sexual abuse of a minor, 3 counts. I mean, there's a total of 9 charges on this individual. He was 28 years old, the perpetrator, and the victim was 13. This is a picture that the Sheriff's Department put out of this individual. Are you familiar with him, Mr. Mayor?
You asked me if I know who he is?
Michael Bonchowski.
I saw the news article. I mean, I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Well, if you look at your back window on the athletic fields, this is where this individual came up, started to identify, seek out, and groom his victims. He was a coach at the North Carroll football program. And I'm not sure how many people in this town realize that you were the president, executive director of this football program when this individual was up there perpetrating what he was doing. Now, as you can imagine, there was a number of comments on the sheriff's website about this person. And I'm certainly not going to read them all. There was 179 as of this morning. But there was 3 in particular. Does anyone here know Kelly Richardson, Sandy Robinson, or Maria Pisano? Because here's what they commented. First comment, he had a reputation in Hereford, and most kids and adults knew he was a creeper. Another comment, I have been in this man's company more times than I wanted to be, and I knew he was creepy and strange. And I always thought something was not right with him. And the last comment that I'll bring up, disgusting pig has been making the rounds. Didn't the way he jumped around raise red flags? Are you saying you weren't aware of him?
I'm not really sure where you're going with this. I guess if you have a question, you want to make a statement, ask a question or make a statement.
I just asked you.
If I'm
You're saying
aware
you're
of
not
him, I
aware?
read the news
You
article.
weren't aware of him?
I'm
He
not
was a
gonna-
coach in your program.
I think you might have been too, weren't you?
I was too.
Okay.
And I'm aware that there was issues that were brought to your attention about him back in 2010.
Yeah, this is an open investigation. I mean, honestly, if you want to have a conversation with me, you can, but
Don't circle the wagons here.
I don't,
I realize it's an open investigation.
you're asking
and
me
that's
if
part of
I'm
the reason
aware
I'm
of him?
here is because there's probably more boys out there that were molested by him.
I hope not.
You're the mayor of this town. It's the town government's responsibility. Number one responsibility is to protect the citizens of this town. If they don't have protection, nobody wants to live here.
All right, do you have
And
a
the
question?
number
Do you
one
have another question or
people
comment?
You protect your children. You knew about this guy. You knew it, and don't,
I'm gonna cut you off here, and
You
then
cut
we're
me
gonna.
off.
Yeah, I will cut you off. If your insinuation is that I was somehow aiding a child abuser, it's absolutely
you would've
incorrect.
dealt with him.
And it's,
This
what do you mean?
information would, the red flags
Okay.
were brought to your attention. You were the president of the football program. You had the authority to say that he doesn't belong as a coach in this organization, and you didn't do it.
I'm gonna cut you off. I think your intention was to come here and badger me about something you know I didn't have anything to do with.
You're worried about yourself.
That's absolutely incorrect.
You have, I don't hear you comment at all about the courage of this young man for coming forward.
I don't know who
No
the young
one's
man
here
is.
commented
and
about him. He's got to live with this the rest of his life. Yeah, I was a coach. I saw what this man was doing. I brought it to the attention of the people in this organization, and nothing was done.
I think that's incorrect.
You have a police department that reports directly to you.
Melinda. Sure, please do.
Let him have it.
what do you have to say?
Sir, do we have, I don't know if there's any police here or not tonight.
I thought you
No,
wanted to
no,
direct something
Melinda,
to me.
please come up. Mr. Dice Road, thank you for your comments. I appreciate you coming
No,
in.
you don't have to, you're not directing anything to me? Okay.
Thank you. Former Councilwoman.
All I want to
Thank you
say
for coming
is, yeah, I'm former Councilwoman Melinda Smith. I had I've read the article. All I want to say is, this is not the place or the time to come here and badger the mayor of our town. If there's an issue and we know about it, then do it in private. And I think we, I know everybody's background here. I know what they've done. I know what their jobs were. I understand, but let's not do something like this here. That's not what this is for. Okay? I mean,
So I appreciate you saying that. Thank
I'm
you.
just-
I will say this, publicly. If somebody is guilty of something, I'm certainly, I hope they're held accountable. I did speak with the police. He was with our program. I don't even know what the dates were, but told them everything that I know. And that's really, where it stands. So other than that, there's nothing I can really add publicly. So thank you. All right. Anybody else? All right, hearing none. So, committee reports. There's an email circulating since last week that we're going to kind of redo committees. Thank you, Councilwoman Howe, for helping her and I have had a number of conversations. She's been on this topic with me for about 2 years or 4 years or something.
8 years.
8 years, maybe. So we're looking at restructuring this a little bit, and I'd like to continue the conversation, and we certainly can talk tonight if you want to do it, now, or we can do it between now and next meeting, and we'll give everybody a chance to speak here. But we're looking at maybe creating like a liaison and then a committee. So, as an example, you may be a liaison to the business community, but then also look at having a committee to look at Main Street or downtown improvements. I'm kind of staring at Dave, because I think that's the one that he is. So nothing set in stone tonight. I'd like to get everybody's buy-in between now and the next meeting on that. And if you have any questions on kind of what I threw down on paper as a draft, please let me know. If we're missing any areas, let's address those. The goal is to give everybody something meaningful to do, to spread the work and the workload out a little bit so that it's not too cumbersome on any one person. So with that, we'll kind of go down the list. If everybody has anything to say without really having a real committee, at this point, please do so. Councilman Cuneo.
I'm good at this point, Mayor. I mean, I know we talked about planning and zoning. I think I'm fine with that. So.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's a good place to cut your teeth. There's a couple of us here that have done it, and it's also very meaningful.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Miller.
Nothing to report. We're still looking for a youth representative. So my next step is to reach out, I guess, to both administration and counseling at Manchester Valley to see if they have any recommendations of
Which
anyone.
grade level are you looking at?
We're preferably 11th and 12th. I mean, we've had 10th graders before. It's just Trent was started as a 10th grader. His parents were willing to bring him. It's easier for them if they can drive, but we're not going to turn down a 10th grader.
Yep. Agreed. Councilman Bocelli.
Nothing to report.
Councilwoman Howe.
Nothing to report.
This is getting really easy.
Oh, sorry.
Councilman Richardson.
I'll get a little long-winded here. I got a couple things to report. I spoke at the North Carroll Business Alliance about a month ago or so. Their president, Matt Tyhart, he informed us they're doing a fall gala on October 9th. They wanted to invite, the mayor and council to that. So, the objective for that is just to celebrate the area's business community. And they're also looking for nominations for awards for Best New Business Person and Best Longtime Business Person. So I think it's a good opportunity to get a Manchester business person maybe appointed to one of those, areas of recognition. So I don't know if anyone in administration or on the council has any recommendations. You can definitely pass it on to Matt or pass it on through me, and I'm happy to pass that on too. Also, I know also of importance to businesses in the community, the Carroll County Times, each year they do a best of Carroll County, and I know a lot of businesses really rely on that. I know we do with our business at at Greenmount Bowl. The voting is going on now through August 22nd, so if any members of the community or anyone in here can take a little bit of time, go on the website, definitely nominate Manchester businesses to get them some exposure to, just to get their name out there. I know a lot of the business members of the community will appreciate that. So those are the two things that I have on my report list here. So
Very good. And obviously no youth representative yet, but we'll work on that. And hopefully as school starts up here, we'll find somebody good. We've really had some good ones in the past here. Anything else for this group?
One last question.
Yes.
Where do we stand on the town Black Friday open house? Do we know yet? I know last year was different because of the situation we were in. But for like tree lighting and that kind of thing,
Yeah, we haven't heard anything yet. So
Okay.
I know the fire department hasn't discussed anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still up in the air.
Seems like there's a lot of unknowns right now.
well, and I know with the
Yeah.
metrics trending not great, that it may change, but I wasn't sure if we'd heard anything yet.
Yeah, I would say, my personal opinion is that at this point, everything's on and we're planning to move forward until we're not,
Okay, then
or if we're not.
then I will reach out to the art department or
Yeah.
the art class at Manchester Elementary and line them up for the tree.
Very good. Anything else for this group? There's none. We have a motion to adjourn and for refreshments and talk to the former council members.
so moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, good night.